In a real-world fight today, Michael Jai White would decisively beat Bruce Lee. While Bruce Lee is a foundational icon who revolutionized martial arts philosophy, evaluating a matchup between them requires separating Hollywood mystique from the harsh realities of physical combat and the evolution of modern fighting. Weight classes exist for a reason. The size advantage, the single biggest factor in a real fight, is physical size, and the disparity here is overwhelming. Bruce Lee stood about 5 feet 7 inches and walked around at a lean 135 to 145 pounds, bantamweight featherweight. Michael Jai White stands 6 feet 1 inches and weighs a shredded 215 to 225 pounds, heavyweight. White has a 70 to 80 pound weight advantage and a massive reach advantage. In real-world combat, a highly trained heavyweight will almost always defeat a highly trained featherweight simply because of physics. White's strikes would carry devastating force, and he could easily absorb Lee's strikes through sheer muscle mass and bone density. 2. Legitimacy of real-world credentials. While both are famous actors, their actual martial arts backgrounds differ significantly in terms of formalized, full-contact combat systems. Michael Jai White holds 7 legitimate black belts in disciplined, hard-hitting styles, including Kyokushin karate, known for brutal, full-contact sparring, taekwondo, goju ryu, and tang soo do. He is also highly trained in Brazilian jiu-jitsu, BJJ, and traditional Western boxing. Bruce Lee was a brilliant innovator who created Jeet Kune Do, but his formal background was primarily in Wing Chun, street fighting, and non-contact point sparring demonstrations. He rarely engaged in documented, full-contact combat against heavy opponents. 3. The evolution of martial arts. The 2026 factor. Martial arts have evolved more in the last 30 years than they did in the previous 300. The grappling hole. Bruce Lee famously cross-trained in grappling with legends like Gene Lebel and judo champion Hayward Nishioka, proving he was ahead of his time. However, Michael Jai White has spent decades training in the modern era of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts, MMA grappling dynamics. The modern athlete. White represents the pinnacle of modern sports science, strength conditioning, and combat evolution that simply did not exist in the 1960s and 70s. The bottom line: Bruce Lee is the grandfather of modern MMA and arguably the most influential martial artist in history. However, putting a 140-pound 1970s innovator in a cage with a 220-pound modern powerhouse who has spent 40 years mastering full-contact combat is fundamentally unfair. Michael Jai White wins by standard physical dominance.